Alright, I am back, and now I just want to see, yep, there's a file being made. Back in. Alright, and just as I had hoped, yeah, I saved like right over there or something, above his head. And yeah, so in a fine spot, and do have some stuff to talk about. Unfortunately, I do not have all the stuff to talk about for this week, because I kind of have something this is Thursday is what I'm trying to get at. I have something to do on Friday that may not leave me enough time to do it today. But sorry, to do it then, so I'm doing the recording on Thursday, which is also Halloween. Wait, I thought I picked that up. Huh. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is up here. Yeah, I can. Oh, and more soul. What have I got? Actually, some big one. First one at the top of the list there, because it's also this week, is Global Foundries and TSMC have settled already. It's like, that seemed very fast. I was really expecting that let's say squabble now, but it started with Global Foundries filing actually multiple lawsuits claiming TSMC had infringed patents, and TSMC, that was back in August, and then the beginning of October, TSMC, by the way, by back in August, it was but TSMC then countersued, saying that the intention hours, and then on Monday, I think it was, announced. I don't remember. The day was a little weird, 'cause, like, I didn't see it right away. But, I'm trying to remember what it was. But yeah, under the new deal, between the agreement, they have, it sounds like a very broad cross-licensing that, how do I... That might be what... No. For the life of their patents. Okay. So I'm just figuring this out. Of their respective patents, the companies have a cross-licensing deal, which that's you know, I told it to jump. I did. It just didn't. But anyway. Yeah, so for the life of their patents, and it didn't sound like there was any, like, these patents, not those patents, no, just, hey, you got a patent, and it's still valid? The other thing is they use it. But also that for the next 10 years, all that are, any patents that they get will also be, for this. But and as I put in the news item, we can expect a lot of stuff to happen in 10 years. Between things like the push to, well, generally the so TSMC adding new stuff currently. But the thing is that 7nm is basically the edge, the absolute edge for what is possible with deep ultraviolet. Extreme ultraviolet, EUV, goes further. So that, because it is basically more capable of actually doing that, okay. Okay. I am surprised that worked. I was expecting that box was exploded. But anyway. So yeah, the move towards that. And TSMC is working. I think they're already doing risk production. And that's something that they didn't even bother with. They just went straight to their process is an extreme ultraviolet that they've been working on for a while. And the neat thing about the extreme ultraviolet setups is that in theory they will be cheaper because it's able to more directly work at 7 nanometer. You don't need the system for making stuff on that is less complicated. I will be able to get back up, so why not go down and see why there is a down. Okay, no, I see. It's path to get back up and fall down that hole. But yeah, so there's that stuff, but also the fact that at some point we're going to be seeing more work done to try to get around Silicon's limits. Like at about 3 nanometer size, things just don't work anymore for Silicon. Quantum mechanics plays too large a role in things fall. Okay. So with, there'll probably have to be new technologies developed for that, and some are being developed now to push to smaller sizes. And it's just, that'll be present in 10 years, so it's very interesting. What's the next one that I had? Okay. The EA and Valve partnership, which both was and was not surprising. I definitely was not expecting to see that happen, but it also makes sense that they would try to reconcile, basically. I remember back when actually the first separation before they came Steam and such. That EA wants to be able to sell things directly in their games, and Valve's terms services for a publisher was that everything you can purchase through a game has to be available to purchase through Steam. Which, it didn't make some sense, but it obviously I can just roll that right over there. But now, after all these years, let's have own partnerships so that you will see EA titles once again on Steam, with the first one being come on, brain. The first one being Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Good. yeah, so that's launching the 15th. What is it? 15th of November. So that should be pretty close. And we are also November 5th, so Red Dead Redemption 2 is releasing. I forgot about that one releasing so soon. Get across to the keep. But EA did say in their press release that there will be more games than just Fallen Order. Sims was mentioned, Battlefield 5, but also we will see in spring, I think it was, EA Access even going to Steam, which is definitely kind of interesting. At least one place I saw asked the question, so what's up with the Epic Game Store? EA, are you gonna come there? And oh no, so it is. This was a secret. It wasn't that you made. This. Yeah, nothing new. And what I saw was basically them saying that we're open to that. So yeah, that's definitely an interesting move by EA, and one which a lot of people are happy to see. What's the next thing I got? Oh yeah, the DirectX 12 stuff. That's definitely interesting, and potentially we will see that arrive with the first update of 2020 to Windows 10. At least it is the preview for that has stuff already in there. So with this update, or with these new features, it's three things. The Tier 1.1 of DXR, which I'll explain how the DirectX tiers work to the best of my understanding. Mesh and amplification shaders, and also sampler feedback. Okay. So starting with the sampler feedback. The way that works is basically, so in a game like this, you'll most likely have bitmaps being used. So, and this is something I talked about in the anti-aliasing article I did a while ago. The idea with bitmaps is instead of having the highest quality texture always loaded and having to sample that for whatever resolution. That bitmap can be expensive, and you also risk getting aliasing within the within it because things that distance, for example. About the level, the bitmap levels that it is. So I came from. Let's check it over here. what bitmap levels it is using. The reason why this is nice is because that means that you can then have it decide to only load into memory the levels that you actually want. So, like a game that has 4K textures at level 0, I think it is, the highest quality level, that's big. Those are pretty big. Is that the compass? Yes, Port Seekers. So now that those things all. And I missed some stuff back there. That's annoying. There's also something right back where I'll do it. I'll head back. If I can. Yeah. So that can allow you to then, because it's like, well, actually I'm not entirely sure how some games would do, because it's like if this game has, can I for help? Yeah. Oh wait, is that? So then I don't know. Maybe I don't want. I'll still run it back. There's also I didn't even see it. So that could significantly reduce the penalties associated with memory, either capacity or just data having to go in and out. So that's a pretty neat thing to see. The mesh and amplification shaders are a very interesting concept. And some of this stuff I did see, yeah, I went back here. I did see when doing the research for the, that's actually very good, yeah. When doing the anti-aliasing stuff, because it has to do with how stuff is rendered, the pipeline for that. The mesh and amplification shaders replace a lot of that, which, from what I can understand from what was written there, would allow for greater control by the developers over how things are handled. And it's especially helpful with the mesh shader stuff, because you can have it do culling ahead of rasterization, so there'd be less work at the rasterization stuff. Now, well, rasterization and after, because I want to say rasterization is actually very, very fast. Like, you don't have to worry too much about it. Like, my guess, and at some point I may do something that, no, I actually didn't get much information on that, but, like, rasterizing for 4K isn't that big a deal. It's the shading of all those pixels. That's where it gets hard. That's why it's so much more expensive doing 4K than a 1080p. It's two good examples. Especially since it's playing at 10. Not quite, but yeah. Okay, where am I going? And the amplification shader, that's what would be where tessellation would be done in the future. What am I missing? Definitely feel like. Is it just... Oh. I think that being not something I would yeah, so now I can swim. Now one thing interesting is that... Oh, that's just help. I'm all good. It's being called mesh shaders, and my understanding for this is it does sound very similar to the NVIDIA thing that is called mesh shaders that turn off. But one thing worth noting is that those are very similar to the primitive shaders that AMD put into Vega. And I think, yes, they should also be there for Navi, but unfortunately nothing ever really took advantage of it. Part of my understanding for that was basically AMD wanted to be able to have it be transparent, where it just be in the drivers would recognize and apply it, but they couldn't. Figuring out how to do that is very far from trivial. It was just more work than they were able to do, it seems, at least for Vega. But I do remember some comments. Onyx talked about it because it appeared in Linux driver code, that they were continuing to work on it for Navi. So we will see primitive shader type stuff. With Navi, it seems, or at least they intend for that, which maybe, it did occur to me, maybe that's what, maybe they were waiting for something like DirectX 12 getting support, so it would be really nice to implement that wouldn't affect Linux, but it would be nice to see that feature for Vega that some people would say that it's broken. It's like, no, from my understanding of it at least, it's not that it's broken, it just software implementation was never something that they could figure out. And it is a hard thing to figure out how to do. So yeah, we'll have to see what ends up coming of that. Alright, so looking at those now. Now the last thing, that was also actually how Microsoft started the blog post, was tier 1.1 for DXR. So, tiers are just different feature levels for specific features. So, for example, one of the things I encountered with the anti-aliasing article is that DirectX 12 has 3 tiers? Yeah, 3 tiers, tier 0, tier 1, and tier 2, for custom sampling positions for MSAA. Tier 0 is the GPU doesn't support it. Which it is appropriate. There's nothing really wrong with that. Tier 1 is that you can... that it is supported, but only for, this is broad, but only for a single pixel. That is either per pixel. Tier 2 is... Okay. Finally found it. Is custom sample patterns, but they for that. Oh, it finally is it cool? Where it's like, you know, yeah, the boss is actually simple, but the health is insane. ray count system, so you can have it figure out where rays are needed, where less rays are needed, and then only skip the rays. There we go. But something else that is coming with Tier 1.1 that's neat is it will have the ability to apply ray tracing for non-graphics related functions, so compute functions. So you could use physics and other things as well. That is definitely really cool. Like, it's really going to open up possibility. Also kind of reminds me, I saw rumor for Ampere, the successor to Turing, and it's basically just, it's a successor to Turing is what the rumor basically is, that it's going to perform better. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a rock to your face off achievement unlocked.
2 down, 2 to go. You might make it to the tower after all. Then the real fun begins. Now, let's get this thing back to Samael.
But yeah, it's like, here's this idea that it's going to be faster at general graphics, masterization, faster at ray tracing. It's like, yeah, I mean, we know that's what you do when you release a new graphics, usually.
Welcome back, Horseman.
Huge.
You could have not, but I suppose that isn't your way, is it?
Why are you here?
Strange question, seeing as how you're the one broke into my house.
I think I get the gun from him.
You weren't always the Black Hammer. You huddle in exile, a hermit among tombstones. Why? What role did you play in this, Ulthane?
Horseman, I've got something for you. A fair bit of work, but it's a bit dainty for me. It'll serve you better.
You didn't answer my question, old one.
Maybe I liked the scenery, what's it to you? You asked for my help and I gave it. You go on being ungrateful and I'm liable to get upset. Do I look like I'm afraid of death, boy?
It's not death you should fear.
Yeah, death is somewhere else. I'm war. Remember that. wonder that actually had a limit. I'm trying to remember how... Okay. That, I don't remember that actually. Alright, let's just get going.
Good to see you again, horseman.
But yeah, so it's like... Ampere, it's just gonna be better. We already figured that out. It's a question of how much better, what's the price and things like that. And I put the last Yep, the library update has gone public, and we listed a lot of anger. It's lousy. I'm sorry, it really is. I hate it. It just... What is... I get how it's nice and flashy, but I have a library with over 1,000 titles in it that I have sorted nicely, and you've now relegated all that sorting to a very small portion on the left side of the screen, and I cannot make it larger, and you're giving me stuff that I either don't need to know, or it's just kind of annoying to look at. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill. Because there was stuff that I couldn't get before because I didn't have and okay. No point in trying to jump that. Both because I think it'll fail, but also because I will be. But I'm definitely among the crowd that would like Valve to make the original accessible again somehow. Well, no, not the original, but the other library view accessible. Okay, how do I get over that? Maybe I do need to make that jump. It's just, I don't need this stuff about, like, oh, what you recently played, what got an update recently. True, some of that is nice, but it's like, you know, I'll see, because they don't just download automatically. I don't want that. Okay. Yeah. Plus, as some people discover and point out, if you don't run in a certain mode, it will actually put things there that can be spoilers. Because it'll give you like recent information, recent things concerning the game, and it's like that includes people like posting up screenshots that are spoilers. Ah, I shouldn't have bothered with that. Because I don't have the thing I need to get the abyssal armor piece over there. And I'm definitely going to spend time to get that. That is worth it to me.
Enchanted to make your acquaintance.
Ah, shit, this guy.
Take this, ruffian!
He pops up, and it is worth trying to kill him when you do. When he does pop up. He's also just a pain in the ass. I'm trying to remember. He has a name, too, and such. I don't remember all the stuff to him. But, yeah, basically, this new Steam library is... This is not how you do things. And it kind of feels to me like a they got new people in that decided that they wanted to do a new thing with the library and didn't care about the whole you have legacy stuff that you can that you know a lot of people have grown used to over the years, and you know you don't want to take away functionality or features or design from that. You want to build on top of it, and it really feels like they didn't build on top of it. They decided to just throw out the old or just make it a very small portion of the new, and yeah, not the smartest idea. Let me remember if there's any. No, because there's nothing in the book. So I'll just head back. I just felt like yeah, that's all that. Oh, I wasn't. Where am I? That. So, I mentioned in the previous one that I've been thinking about maybe going back and replaying some games just to, like, games I've reviewed and capturing new playthroughs for them. And I think I'll start with the Tomb Raider series, in part because I want to do a new plus in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I didn't realize, didn't remember, I looked it up though. The original, well, the Tomb Raider 2013 doesn't have a New Game Plus. Neither does Rise of the Tomb Raider, it appears. So I'll have to just replay those from scratch. I'm okay with that though. I'm saying, Tomb Raider, it was a fun game, and I think I played that twice previously. I don't remember. Rise of the Tomb Raider I think I only played once. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider I've only played. But you know, I want to do it. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that, because I got so many other things to do. No, I actually will go back to... No, let me... Oh. I was thinking I might be able to shoot. Damn it! I do hit the button, it just decides, nah. It's like either there is an input lag, an input latency that's killing me there, or there is just like a weird, you have to be so close. Or like, if you are so close, it doesn't let you jump. I don't genuinely. That is technically a bug that when I'm attacking you, it shows up that I can use the middle mouse click, use the gun. See, that's what I figured, that there would be something here that would be able to break. Got which one I had it with. But yeah, so I don't know when I'll do that. Actually, when I'm done with this, I'll do something else. Like, I have some things I want to do first. And also, I check. How long have I been going? 40 minutes. Yeah, I want to keep going. Yeah, with is definitely one game that came out a while ago. We got a review key for it, and it not a big game, but I think there was another big game that came out then, so I kind of forgot about this other game. But I do actually want to play it, so I think I will spend the time to come back to it. Team so keep up with that. I also reached out for the Star Wars game. It's like, why not? Go ahead, try for all of them. Yeah, I know about that. Okay, there is something. Oh, but I'm not gonna get thing. Basically, double shot. There. Ow. You son of a bitch! I attacked, he flew right over. What else is there? Halloween update for online. As crap. The launch trailer for Red Dead takes you to European Island. And that is what in the launch yeah, it's like 10 gigabytes of reload. Considering I now have about 70 gig being taken up for Destiny 2, not actually, you know, looking forward to, if I get a key, to having to then find the space. Making sure I have enough of it in spots. Come on! Alright, come back down, come back down. When his face is up against something, he won't jump. That's what happened. Why are you not doing that? Or hang on. Ah, I see. That's why. Hopefully that's not time limit. Just in case this is on. Perfect. I guess I like Star Wars better than Cowboys. Well, maybe it's just the great fantasy aspect of Star Wars that I'm looking more forward to that possibility playing that game than Red Dead Redemption. Hey, I'll play them. I'll review them if I get the opportunity to. And if I don't, if I do, I'm actually going to be okay with that too, because I got other things to work on. like, let me see, that's 3 projects there, that's 4, and then another one that, so I have the ideas for it, but I haven't actually started on it, makes 5 projects. And that's just, like, for the stuff that would end up being written. Then there's the Tomb Raider videos I mentioned, but there wouldn't be a write-up associated with that. And also some of my own video stuff, because I think that's good through November, but it's still, I'll want to get some stuff done for December. What else? That's big. That's mainly it. There are some other things they don't. I think I want the first one. Oh, crap. Man, this one. Maybe. No, I don't. I'm also just thinking, is anything special coming up next for me? Not really. I suspect at this point just because I would think that the review keys would have already been sent out by now. But even if I got them the day of, that's fine. Plus, it would be nice to get keys for the hardware reviews to you. I think there's enough interest in both those games that being able to add them to, being able to provide them for the reviews to things. That is one nice thing that I get to help out with. Is a question or I do like being able to help out like that. Yeah. I'm gonna grab this and put it back. This might actually be the way to go to the next dungeon. So I should head back, actually hang with Volgrim first, then go to Semi-Up. He's not gaining any experience at it. Hang on, what is it that I hold down there? Yeah, so I'm just... what is that? Okay, that makes sense.
Old Vulcan's got something new for you.
Let's that too.
Old Vulcan's got something new for you.
Yeah, so do two.
Not as wise as you are
First, now.
You tried too hard a bargain, friend.
So it does upgrade. I don't know what's up with that. Nah, I don't really do that.
Oh, don't forget over here. You've given the Grievers something to cry about. Well done.
It might also be that I needed to get some of those things on it before we start collecting this thing. Or it's bugged. That is also possible. Yeah, so unfortunately it doesn't really have a attack with it. So he does get to knock things around. Oh, it's starting to build up. So yeah, that might be the case. That I just needed to buy some stuff at the start. Hey, Samuel. How you doing?
Did you enjoy yourself? War in the Black Hammer, plucking pigeons.
What was it the later one?
You see a great many things from inside a prison, Samael.
There is little you can keep from me, horseman. Once I have a mind to know it.
And what do you know of Uriel?
I thought the horsemen were above such earthly pursuits.
She believes I killed Abaddon.
The Hellguard worshipped their fallen lord and leader. And Uriel? Some might say her admiration was less than professional. She will stop at nothing to punish the one responsible.
I fought the demon who killed Abaddon, and he will be punished.
Straga is the strongest of the chosen. No doubt you'll face him again. He draws power from the spire and won't stand to be away from it for long. With all I have taught you, you might even survive the reunion.
Whose heart would you have, demon?
The Stygian is king of the ancient worms that now plague the Ashlands. It won't be easy. The worms grow well in such fertile ground.
Fertile?
Fertile with death, decay. All the land is covered in it. The ashes of the dead. But you may be in luck. It seems that some fool demons have taken to capturing the worms for sport, and they hunt other creatures as well. The strongest are made to fight in cruel arenas. The demons seek to tame the Stygian, not knowing that within the monster there beats the black heart of the chosen.
How do the demons avoid the ashworms?
You know of the chronospheres?
A gift of the old ones. It is said that to master the chronosphere is to master time itself. One could stop time, or even move it forward and back.
Indeed. None of the old masters exist, but the demons have learned to use them to a lesser degree. I can grant you a basic understanding of the chronospheres. It won't be much. Perhaps just enough to avoid the worms.
Perhaps.
Perhaps not. What in this life is certain, horseman? Other than our word, of course.
Okay. And yeah, so that is the path I was trying to take. We are just shy of an hour, so I'm actually gonna head over and see if I can at least get the Vulcan. And I'm just thinking, nope, no. Not until I get the chain. Once I get that, then I'll have more things I can do. And really the portal gun after that, that's when that's the last, I think pretty sure it's the last thing that you need to access all the hidden. That is from the, is that from the town? I don't really remember. You use it against Straga, though. Because the surfaces that the thing works on, or it works on, are actually on him, and you use them to get around. Yeah, that's one. There. Okay, so that, no. Come on. There we go. It is one. Alright, so something. Actually, I didn't screw it up. Although, I mean, yeah, let's deal with these guys first. And actually, there's oh. That's annoying. Alright. But one other thing I saw, but I don't really know how much to read into it. Oh, wait, I just hit E on it? Yeah, so even though I had the solution, it's still like you have to do it. Hitting the button, it just... Nope, get away. Really didn't want to do it. So yeah, so I could hit portal there and on the other thing and not have to worry about timer. This to this war just has special equipment, whereas in 3 Fury has the so like for this I would use the purple one, the gravity or magnetic one that is with the hammer or the great axe, get great strength, stuff like that. That saw my health go down a little bit. There we go. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. I don't remember though if those fill in just as you pick them up, or if there's actually a special order, so that you can tell which one you're missing. Okay. Is like where I remember fighting through. Oh, what am I thinking of? I am thinking. It's actually a red faction. I think it is red faction because I'm remembering also it involving a mech suit. Okay, that's alright. Need to get a drink of water. No, actually, there. Yeah, it'll be less damage, but having the where'd he go? Oh, there it is. I basically have him completely dominated, so I might as well invest in getting experience on the other guy. See that stuff, can I get to it? You do at one point fight Uriel, and the setting is like the oh yeah. Oh wait a minute, no, what is that's something a little don't remember. I remember what it is now. Okay. I've been talking about some spoilers. I don't feel like talking about that. But yeah, I will say this. It relates to Ultimate, but that is. But I've been talking like about how the Straga fight goes. The fact that you do end up fighting Uriel, which honestly I don't surprise me. She wants that fight. Oh, here.
Oh, you're not really as wise as you are powerful. Greeting.
Right, so with that, shall see. There. Alright. I think that's been pretty productive. Quit out. And, yeah. So, stop, get this stuff set up, get lunch, and get to work on other things. Yay. Hopefully I'll be back next week. I don't think anything's going to come to prevent me from being on next week. I mean, if anything, this week would be, because of how busy I am today and tomorrow. But, yeah, so should be on next week. So see you then, and we'll get into approaching the Stygian. I doubt I'll get there in an hour. But if I am right that there is a fight with Uriel coming up, that might be first. It also might be after. I don't remember. It's been too long. But then it's a good game, so I enjoy playing it and finding it all out over. Anyway, see you next time.